One Show podcast. We are back again. We have the man in the pits with the tits, Brendan, and I'm the host with the most, Wayne. How are you, Brendan?
All right, thank you very much.
Still
in Imola.
You're still there? Yeah. What's gone wrong there? What's going wrong there?
Strikes. You know, it's like
it's just terrible. What's been delaying it? I do watch a lot of those podcasts about air travel. Terrifies me. The ones about planes that crash. Why do I do that? One day I'm going to want to get on a plane, and I'm just going to start going. Have they got the autopilot? Have they got backup? Have they got backup?
Yeah, but you know what?
I've watched so many of them, and I still haven't taken any of the information in.
On the same sort of subject, you could get killed by a cow. It's unlikely, but it's still possible. I'm just going to leave that there for you.
Is that one of those, like, more people get killed by a cow than by a planes? There was that story of those guys.
More people have been killed by bathroom incidents in the US than terrorism.
Really? Bathroom incidents?
Yeah, falling off the shitter.
Wow, brilliant. This is a classy way to start the F1 podcast. That's a round of applause for that. Hey. There was that great story. I've got to tell you this story. Once this applause finishes. Completely not on the F1 thing. If you're listening for F1 news, forget it. If you're in Portugal, I have not learned any Portuguese, I'm afraid. But there was that story about these fishermen that went out, and a plane was going to crash, and it dropped all its cargo, and in the plane was a cow, was in the cargo. And the cow went through the hull of the boat, the fishing boat, and like it sank. And one of the survivors went, "Well, how did it happen?" He went, "A cow hit the boat."
That would be an interesting
right. But the thing was, no one believed him. No one believed him for years and years and years. And then these like documents come out that this plane had crashed and jettisoned all their stuff. And he must have been like years later going, "I told you, a cow hit the boat."
Poor guy's a tramp or something.
Yeah,
tumbling around because he's lost everything.
They all thought I was
Nobody
crazy.
believes him. Yeah. Well, that's crazy Jorge. Nobody believes him.
Yeah.
He won't go sung by a cow.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine just no, a cow hit it? Look, I'm not lying. Okay.
I do have to admit that I was involved in a cow-related accident one evening driving home in the island.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Effing Cow One podcast.
I had to swerve to avoid a cow in the middle of the road and hit a crash barrier. Quite luckily, the crash barrier was there, to be honest. Quite a lot of damage to the car. Cow was fine. Cow wandered off, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, cow, did you? You nearly hit a cow, did you?
Can we just check your breath, sir? Can we just check your breath? Who's the president?" And all those silly questions. Anyway, so let's get straight to. Are you having a laugh?
Having a laugh.
Are you having a laugh? Is she having a laugh?
Okay, that's you having a laugh. Only one of you having a laugh, really. I don't know why I get the paper, because there's nothing written on it, but I just like to make my
sisters makes us look professional. If we look professional, then we look professional,
like papers. It's an apology from me, as always. Pacey is not a verb, it's an adjective. And as a teacher, I should hang my head in shame for that faux pas. There you go. That's the only.
Can we get some context for that?
Because I used the word pacey in the last podcast, and all our avid listeners will know that. And I described it as a verb, and it's actually an adjective.
But I think there might have been quite a large section where we talked about your lack of English skills. And we asked people actually to comment. And has anyone commented?
No one comments. I think,
to be honest, mate, I think that gives you carte blanche. Go for it.
I could just say what I like, can't I? I can make up words.
You can say what you like.
So, let's get on with the show. If you're all still listening, it is actually about Formula One. I don't know if you know. And our next section is Pit Talk. lovely pit talk intro there. So, what news have we got?
I think the thing that's on most of the news sites about F1 at the moment is the silly season about to start, about driver movements.
I can tell. I sent you one today. Danny Rick.
Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere.
Danny Rick's in trouble. I think he's in trouble. Who was that guy? What did I send you? Let's have a look. And it's some American guy?
I don't think he's more... I think Latifi is genuinely in trouble. I think McLaren makes a good story. I don't think they've spent too much and invested too much on Danny Rick to bin him so early. They might be doing succession planning, which is fair enough.
Succession planning, that's real sort of corporate talk. Succession planning. But so the Danny Rick thing's not a real thing?
I don't think so. I genuinely don't.
Let's have a look at this Formula One news. Let's share the screen. Let's have a look at this Danny Rick article.
We're just going to read it out then.
Because we are. That's how we are. That's how we do it. Well, I sent it to you. I did have a little peruse. You
didn't read it. You just clicked on it and forwarded it.
I clicked on it, forwarded it, and I read it. Right.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, I did all three.
So now we're reading it again.
Well, because I can't remember the name of the guy. Can you give me a break?
Colton Herta.
Yeah, that's like a superhero's name, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Pato Banton, or whatever his name is, who's the other Williams McLaren driver that's over there.
Go on.
He's in America. He's doing the
Pato Banter.
Patricio Award, right? So Pato Award they call him. I prefer Pato Banton. Pato Banter, hey?
He's a bit of banter. So McLaren Racing CEO Zach Brown has revealed that the team are working on accommodating for IndyCar driver Colton Herta, but did not specify whether this will be at the expense of Daniel Ricciardo. No, they didn't mention Lando Norris in that. It didn't say.
Well, Norris just signed a massive deal.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just when's Daniel Ricciardo's contract up? Because I hear they got some jobs going at Mackie D's, and I just Uber. He'd get there quick. He would make a fortune.
Have you not seen the McLaren adverts for, is it Uber Eats or Just Eat? I think it is.
Oh Christ, no! Really?
Yeah, there was a bunch. It was one of those delivery companies. Danny Rick is contracted to the end of 23, and Lando Norris to the end of 25.
Yeah, Danny Rick's got. Could he be pushed over to? Is it in the contract that they can be pushed over to test driver? Is it in the contract, or they got to be the main driver?
It depends how you argue it, doesn't it?
It must be in the contract. They must sign something and say, "Look."
I would think.
If things go tits up, Danny.
It's in the contract that they are. They are a driver for McLaren F1 team, and if they keep their performance up, then they will get a race seat. But if the performance drops below a measurable standard, then the McLaren can replace them as a frontline driver, as a first choice driver.
They're going to want. There's going to be money in this, isn't there? America.
Yeah. America.
Because the 32-year-old did claim the Woking side's first win since 2012. That was last year, wasn't it? He got a win, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it's just they've all got short memories in F1, haven't they? As we know from our old friend Kvyat, when we looked at his stats, he was crushing it 1 minute, and then they went no. But it says Herta revealed several weeks ago in a tongue-in-cheek comment that he hopes Norris starts beating the Australian more oh my Christ.
This is why we shouldn't read things out.
Reading out loud, not one of my strong points.
No.
Comprehensively to crank the door to Formula One open for him. Really? If Ricciardo continues to build, I probably won't have the opportunity, but hopefully Lando kicks his ass. Typical Yanks. a bit more. Listen to me, America hating. So I can at least have a shot, he said, before clarifying that he does not wish any ill on the 32-year-old. Obviously, I'd never wish down on someone. Wish down? Jesus Christ. What's happening to the English language? When people can't work out the difference
That's what it's done.
between a verb and a blooming adjective. I'm not praying for his downfall. If he does well, great for him. He deserves a seat. Oh, that's nice, he says, while kicking him in the nuts.
Oh, come on. There's banter between the drivers. Did you watch that press conference between Lando and Max? And the interviewer, the journalist said,
that's a lovely cheeky number.
Did Lando think he had the third fastest car on the grid? And Max was like, "No, tell him you've got the slowest car. It was all the driver." You know.
Yeah.
And they're having that kind of banter. You know, that's.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because of this press stuff, it's because they find a shot of him with his head down there. Look, that's what they do. And they go, "Oh, Danny Rick."
That was walking back after one of his crashes. I think that one was
one of his numerous DNFs. Daniel Ricciardo seems a little lost at McLaren, and there continues to be rumours that in 2024, if not earlier, Daniel will be replaced by Colton Herta. Colton Herta. Hurt who?
Yeah, but that's just some backwater journalist that's trying to appeal to corporate America, probably.
Who, the journalist?
Yeah.
Oh, they kiss ass. Yeah. So tell me about these rumours about Latifi then. Have you heard rumours? Have people been calling you?
Yeah, well, you know, people have been calling me. May not have been related to anything to do with this.
Yeah.
I wish people were calling me about podcast F1 topics.
Yeah.
But no, not really. There's a lot of discussion about the fact, there you go, Mercedes driver addresses rumor move to Williams for Latifi acts
speculation. You heard it here, at least 12th on the F1 Show podcast.
Why can't we just bin the article and we can discuss it?
Go on then, just discuss it. Come on. Well, I don't,
you know, we've spoken several times about
Ruben moved to Williams amid Latifi.
You can read that while we're talking. Get it off the screen.
Oh my God. But I've put the news up here. I thought we were the news segment should be just chatting the news. Right, let's just get it off the screen. How do I stop sharing? Stop sharing. Go on. And what do you want?
People listen to this as a podcast.
I know. I'm sorry. If you want to hear more chat about cows.
I think we should be. I shouldn't be the man in the pits. The tits. I should be the man in the pits looking after our listeners, not our viewers. You know.
Oh. First,
listeners advocate.
Okay, so go on and tell me about it. What do you think?
Latifi keeps whacking his Williams into the boards. Do you know what I mean? And Daddy might be paying for it, but
I've got to put that baby sound on again.
There's a big budget cap. You know, they need to be getting points. They need to be getting up there. Alex Albon has shown that the car has got pace and it's got the over 4 races. It's been in the position to compete for points. Maybe not always get them, but compete for points.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. It shouldn't be down 17th, 18th. If it's got a good pilot in it. So they need to change it. And they've got people waiting in the wings. They've got Oscar Piastri. They've got Nick De Vries, who's mentioned in that article. He's a Formula E champion.
Right.
There's people queuing up, really, you know, that could be taking that spot.
Is a Formula E, is it very similar to driving an F1 car though? Can you make that transition?
Well, there seems to be plenty of them going the other way and doing okay.
Yeah.
So it's a relatively new format. I don't think anyone's made that jump from there to here.
Yeah.
On that sort of topic, there's one of the, is it Formula E? There's one of the virtual F1 competitions, you know, the simulator, with the esports, yeah, that's the one, yeah,
that's the one.
So where you just signed an esports driver as an actual driver, and they've put him in a car in a single seater, and he's working his way through the classes, earning his super license, and he's knocking it out of the park.
Really?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and it's like, well, it's just down to ability. You know, he's been found in a novel way. They've found his talent, but if you've got talent, it's going to shine through, isn't it? You're going to, like Alex Albon, like George Russell. They've got talent. They're talented drivers. They can be driving pigs and still get the most out of them. Pigs.
You think so you said Alex Albon, really?
Yeah.
You think he's that good, Alex Albon?
Yep, I think he's got it in him. Yep, I think as he matures, I think he'll continue to be. I don't think he's going to be a championship winner, but I think he's going to be in the mix. He's going to be. I mean, he's got race wins available. I think.
Do you think so? I'm not sure about Alex. I don't know. It could be another scenario like we talk about. They're in one of these little middling low to low bottom teams, and they're not going to cut it. What they need is...
He could be the next Danny Rick, you know? I mean, Danny Rick's done all right. He's won occasionally. He's not going to win a championship, but he gets podiums consistently, and if he's got a good vehicle under him.
Is that what people want, though, on their CV? I could be the next Danny Rick.
People want racers that are going to get in there and win races. They've got the potential of winning races, you know?
Do you know what's interesting is like when Russell just popped in for Mercedes that time. Maybe they should do more of that. Just like one race, see we'll give you a big boys car and see how you do.
Well, they do that already, but not for the races. They do it for quali sessions, or for free practice sessions. So they always bring in the junior drivers for the XYZ races.
Oh, like the Friday practice and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
Susie Wolf did that. Susie Wolf did that for Williams a couple of times. So they bring the female drivers in as well.
But I was thinking, pop them in a different team. So like, or is there just so many contractual things that could?
Plus, would you, right, okay, well, you're giving a young driver a shot, right? His name's Nick Latifi. Would you put him in a Mercedes? You know?
Well, you stop shitting on Nick
Latifi. Into the wall.
You know what I'm like? If you keep crapping on one of them, I'll start, feeling sorry for him. I'm a sucker for the whipping boy. I don't think he's got long. Who else hasn't got long?
So the next, not necessarily the answer to that question, but
I like that. Well, politicians answer.
But not
the real question is
the next sort of topic is Hamilton and what's going to happen with him. You know,
he's too
if the market does become crazy and everyone's moving, is he going to jump away from Mercedes? Right now, Mercedes are in a Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. Very specific, are in a very interesting position, right? Daimler sold a chunk of their share off to Toto Wolff and Ineos, right? Bringing them down to 30% shareholders, right? So they weren't the major shareholders anymore.
This is why you're here.
Now they're ready to sell the rest and get out, right? So their product, their name is on a high. They're binning it before it starts, you know.
Right.
So now there's a great article I read about how Toto Wolff basically is riding Ross Brawn's coattails. Right? Daimler came in, Brawn came in, Brawn set up all the tech guys, he hired everyone, he said, this is what we want to do, he got them all together. Then Daimler came and said, there you go, have the money. They built a kick-ass engine, a kick-ass chassis.
Right.
They've done all that, right? They've rode the wave. Ross Brawn's kind of stepped back like this. Daimler have gone back.
So Ross Brawn's probably got shares in it. Is it?
He doesn't anymore. I think he sold them to Niki Lauda. It's 10%, right? And Niki Lauda came in and managed it and looked after Lewis and all that kind of stuff. But now they're having to redesign the car. They've got a brain drain going on. Everyone's hiring their staff. Toto's been good at maintaining that position, but is he good at developing and building and restarting, right? So that's the situation at Mercedes, and Lewis is like, I've got a couple of years left, guys. I don't want to be rebuilding cars and doing stuff. I want to get my 8th championship, and I ain't going to do it here because you've got a 5-year plan to get back to where you should be, and that includes finding new sponsors and new new investors, and he's going to get wheeled out as the stage hat, the front and center of the stage, and in front of all these people in corporate entertainment. Come meet Lewis, give us 10 grand, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's not the way you want to be living your life, is it? When you can go to another team, a current mid-ranking team that are on their way up.
That's a dangerous move. That's a dangerous move.
Yeah, but it means that he's going to be sitting there telling them what to do, concentrating on the car, not being the show pony over at Mercedes.
I think we're seeing that play out with Vettel, though, aren't we? Are we a little bit? A dangerous move.
Another one that's not happy.
He's another one.
But is it a good challenge for him? You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Is it a mechanical issue with the car? Is it the design of the car? Or is it a political issue with the team and Lawrence Stroll and his management style and the way he comes in and deals with people? Is that where the problems are? Is it a mixture of both? Because one side of it, the mechanical side of the car development, Vettel's got a lot of input on. The other side, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be involved in that. And we don't get to hear about that, really, do we?
We don't really. We just get to see those silly drivers, don't we?
Yeah.
Wow, you just made me feel completely out of the loop when it came. Do you want to talk about old cars? Should we talk about old cars? So really 5 years from McLaren to get up to scratch again?
Mercedes, you think?
That's what I said. That's what I said, people. Please.
It'll be.
Why is that so loud every week? I said Mercedes, not McLaren. McLaren's another one, though, isn't it? It just keeps teetering around like mid top 10. I think that's a big move for him. So
there's other moves afoot. You've got to kind of look at this in a big scale, you know.
Oh.
And the announcement this week about Volkswagen Group entering Formula One by 2026, right? Both Audi and Porsche are going to be in Formula One by 2026, right? So apparently, allegedly, Porsche are in advanced talks about powertrains and production.
They are quite demanding, aren't they? These people, where can I read that they come in with lists of demands. You know, we want this, we want that, we want this. Do you reckon? No.
If you're putting 10 million into a gig,
I'm just 10 million.
I'm not
10 million. That's not a lot, is it?
Well, what's the budget cap at the moment? It's 100 and...
I dropped that down the back of the sofa. I don't know. Yeah.
So, right.
Thanks for that.
You look at it this way, right? Porsche want to get into powertrains. Red Bull have just built a nice powertrain production facility. It'll be Porsche Red Bull powertrains. That's fantastic marketing for both products. And, you know, it fits in with Red Bull's long-term vision of being their own engine manufacturer, supplying other teams. And it's a perfect fit for them. Audi, on the other hand, they're looking to possibly buy shares in McLaren, so it would be Audi McLaren or McLaren Audi or however you want to word it. But
there'll be an argument about that, wouldn't there?
But you look what happened with Ross Brawn, and what was his team name?
Brawn GP.
Right, so when Brawn GP became Mercedes GP, that's when Daimler put in all the money. Right, you think about McLaren and all that Audi money coming in.
Wow, those days seem so far away now. Go on, anyway.
But look what happened to Hamilton. Ross Brawn got in there. Hamilton came along and rode that wave for 8 years.
That was what Ross Brawn left, didn't he? He left Brawn GP. So,
but he set up. Mercedes bought into Brawn GP.
Yeah,
and he ran it for a couple of years. He was the team principal for a couple of years. Toto came in, and then Brawn went to the background, right? But then imagine that's going to happen at McLaren with Audi instead, right? If you're the Lando Norris is on a winner, if you're the second driver in there, you know, or the development driver, whatever you want to call it, that could be potential championship making ingredients just kind of mixing together there. You don't think?
It seems very corporate. This is a discussion that...
What? Sorry, mate. The whole of F1's corporate. Deal with it. Move on.
Wait, no. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Was it really this corporate before?
Before what?
Well, I don't know. It seems like when you mentioned Brawn GP, I remember those days. There wasn't discussions about, share prices and teams taking over. Well, there was takeovers, but it wasn't like, it just seems.
It was individuals. It was individuals back.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what you're asking is, when did it go from individuals to corporations, bankroll and stuff?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for. You laughed at me, but you really understood. I like that. You got your little laugh out.
That's what friends do.
Go on. Have you? It says here, this meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove the 40-minute limit. Well, there's only 2 of us. Oh, what the hell? 40-minute limit.
I think we should have a Murray and then restart the recording.
That is a good call. I can't believe that. We're going to have to cut that out as well. Have they just changed all the terms here on this? Okay.
See, everything, my friend.
It's corporate.
More corporate, yeah.
Okay, so well, on that note, let's hear from our Lord Saviour, Murray, and then we can continue pit talk, okay? Because we have to continue pit talk, okay? Is he up there?
Attack!
Hey, that's our Lord Saviour. Miss that man.
Well done, Mr. Walker.
So what else are we talking about, sir? We're still in pit talk here. We're going to do our predictions in a minute, people. Don't worry. I don't know what the scores are for predictions, but I know I'm crushing it. Cheers. Hopefully one day we'll get a sponsor for red wine. That's what I'm hoping. And every week I can talk for 20 minutes about a lovely red wine.
You know what? If we cover Danny Rick a bit better, right? He's got a vineyard.
If we were nice about Danny Rick, you mean?
No, we're fair about him.
I do like Danny Rick. I think
him.
He's a man from a different. It feels like he's a man from a different era. That's what I think.
Out of all the drivers on the paddock, I think Danny Rick I'd go out for a drink with.
Oh, that's a tough one. Who would you go out for a drink with from the paddock?
Danny Rick, Seb Vettel, Bottas. That'd be a wicked night out.
It's a shame old Kimmy's not there. Kimmy looks like a good night, that man. There's nothing until he's had half a shandy, then he's probably all over the place. Some of the videos I've seen of that man drunk is hilarious.
Brilliant, isn't it?
What else are we going to talk about? We're still in the pits. Man.
Still in the pits.
What else did you want to cover here?
Are Mercedes going to improve their car this weekend? Everyone else is out of the initial kind of development stage. They've got a car, they're tweaking it now, right?
Right.
Mercedes are threatening to bring quite big upgrades to improve the car.
Right.
Is it going to happen? How different is it going to look? Are there going to be side pods back on it? Is the wing going to be different on the back? What do you think? What do you think they're going to bring?
I don't know. I think that side pod thing has been the issue all along, isn't it? That's what the suggestion is, that it's making it weak.
I think it reduces the strength in the floor, which causes some of that, which is why they put the back on. So
they're going to put a bigger side pod on, do you reckon?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They reckon that they've promised Lewis a car that will be competitive, so maybe they're just going to get George's engineers to set it up.
Oh, meow. Meow. Yes. But yeah, so I reckon it's going to be something along the lines of the side pod, isn't it? That's what I reckon.
I think it's going to be I think side pods. There's going to be something to do with the engine, and I think the wing on the back is going to be the ratio to fixed to moved. Fixed to movable is going to be different, and I think you're going to see a different front wing as well, which try and put some more downforce on the front wheels, get some more heat into them. Yeah,
I just found it really disappointing last race. I just did. I found him disappointing, and that's the first time I've seen him in that position for years, literally years, to get stuck.
Yeah, why couldn't he get past?
Just to get stuck behind those pair of Muppets. Not so much Gasly, but Who else was it? Albon. I've got to put those cat sounds on loads.
I like Albon. I like Alex.
I know you like Albon, but no, the cat thing's creepy. I'm not getting past it. And yeah, there's other things that Super Sub Steve has told me about him.
Let what? Come on.
Like his mum's in prison or something weird like that. I don't know.
He was, yeah.
Oh, blimey. You really like him, don't you?
It's called doing your research, you muppet.
And can we just go to the top dogs or the potential top dogs, or was the top dogs Ferrari? Are they still on their A game here? Have Red Bull caught them?
Caught them?
Well, as in performance-wise.
I think there's a couple of points there. I think we're only 4 races in a 23 race season.
Yeah, it was funny, isn't it? Because after like 3 races, everybody was going, "Oh, it's over, it's over," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, you need to keep. After 3 races last year, or 4 races last year, Lewis Hamilton was streaks ahead on the drivers' championships. You know, and he didn't win in the end. So I don't know if you remember that.
Robbed. He was robbed, but it was one of those seasons where both of them kind of deserved it. But the way that it was worked out was naughty.
The point is, there's a long way to go, right? There's an awful long way to go. It's the changes have been seismic, right? In that, there's with Ferrari, there's one driver who's only been there a year. He's only just getting comfortable with the way the team operates, the logistics, with the personnel, and now they've gone and changed the car on him. So he's got to kind of relearn all that, right? So that puts him a step behind, I would say. Again, with Mercedes, they've done the same thing. They've got a new driver, brand new system, all that kind of stuff. Put him behind. He's doing really well. Anyway, So with Red Bull, 2 guys. Second year for Perez? Yeah, he's going to become well. Again, they've changed the cars again. So everyone's settling down. It's going to take more than 4 or 5 races before we can really see patterns, right? Yeah. And it's too early to say that Ferrari are back where they should be, right?
It's always too early because, like I said last week, they've got they haven't got a winning culture. As you say, winning culture.
No. They're still developing that winning habit and the winning culture. The Carlos's steering wheel. I still can't go over that wasn't programmed correctly. It shouldn't be that hard.
Would you say that that's unacceptable? It's unacceptable. You're absolutely right.
It is. Unacceptable. We need to find.
Are we going to get any more from Haas? What's going on here? Who else is going to be up there? I mean, I think
Haas are doing really well.
They're doing really well. Schumacher must be another one on the ropes here for a little bit of a move. Come on. We talked about this last week. Sorry, podcast listeners, we're mulching over old ground here, but I'd be surprised if he makes it to the end of the season as well. I think.
I think, and it would be a shame if they do it out of respect, but
they didn't care when they binned off Bruno Senna, I'll tell you that. Bruno Senna got the boot.
Yeah, fair enough then. I'm just...
Go on. What is the lap time for this new race before we get to predictions? That's what we've got to know.
All right, okay. Do you want to skip to that?
Yeah, let's go to
have a look at the...
We'll have another Murray. We'll stick another Murray and I can hear him calling me in my sleep.
Incredible!
That's another Murray. Thank you. Now we're going to go predictions, people. And now,
first of all, before we do predictions, we've got to talk about the track.
Let's
it's
have
a
look
complete
at the track.
unknown. I've just sent you a link to it.
Okay, that was. Let's have a look. Let's go to the F1. Let's accept those cookies.
I just sent you the.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm just going to share the screen right now, sir.
3 DRS sections. 57 laps.
3 DRS. Look at that straight.
I noticed it said 3 planned DRS sections.
which is subject to change, as we saw from the last race, didn't they?
And I quite rightly so, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah. So Yuki Tsunoda described Sector 3 as having some mistake-generating corners.
Mistake-generating
yellow section. Yeah.
That's a really nice way of saying I'm fucking this up.
they put that in to fuck us over.
Yeah. Now, podcast listeners, we're looking at the track now. It's got some. That's a phenomenal straight.
1.28 kilometers long.
Jesus. 1.3
kilometers long.
Oh, I thought it was all right. Just under. It's not a mile. They're not quite a mile, but
1.28. Yeah.
And look at, there's some lovely in the blue sector there. What sector is that? Sector 2. Sector 2. There's some sweeping corners going on here. Look at this. That's going to be asking for a bit of a crash.
So it goes from red to blue to yellow, which took me a minute to figure that out. So it's going down the start straight, where your mouse is now. So that's the start finish line. Straight down there. So they're going to finish the lap on that big long straight. I like this. I think that's going to be quite a cool track, to be honest.
Have we got any pictures of it?
No, mate. The thing is, right, there's a 3D rendering of what it might look like, a virtual thing, but they've not finished making it yet. I mean, they've built a fake. We've
had this before in the past, where the track actually breaks up and stuff. How hot is it out there? What's the temperature out there right now? Let's have a look, people.
They've built a fake marina in the middle of it.
Oh, why? We had this with what was the Spanish Grand Prix? The last one that Alonso won. They had this new track that Mark Webber said it was like driving around a Tesco car park. It was in a marina. Right. Everything. It was touted as going to be like Monaco, and it just looked. Why have I left? So stop sharing the screen because no one wants to see that.
They had hoped to go round a marina in Miami, but they weren't given permission. But they'd said that there would be one. So now there's a great clip of what's his name, Craig Slater, is it, the F1 journalist on Sky TV? Yeah. Of him jumping into the fake marina. It's quite stupid.
Wow.
Quite sad.
It is.
Like, that's not. We've got cutting-edge technology and you're faking a marina.
Yeah.
You could have found something better to put there,
Have we got any idea on lap time here?
No, nothing at all.
Is it literally a wild stab in the dark? A bit like your predictions for lap times. A wild stab.
If it's any bit, any help, there's a. Oh, hang on.
What's going on there?
It's the virtual track. Oh, hang on.
Have the esports guys done a route around it yet? What's going on here? Who's he? We haven't got guests.
I'll press mute on the video then. There's a virtual lap of it. Nobody's raced it. There's a full race weekend. Porsche Cup. The Formula W is racing. The W Series are racing. They're doing 2 races on it. It's quite a busy weekend of on-track racing to get some rubber down as well, and just to try it all out. So they're pushing it big time, and it's going to be a massive event. But whether it's successful or not, and whether the racing is any good, is what everyone's waiting to see.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to just type in Miami Grand Prix lap time. Let's see if we can get question mark. If I put a question mark in numbers, the stats behind the all-new Miami F Formula One. In stats from Lawrence Barretto. Oh yeah, I recognise this guy. He's been on the old TV.
Yeah, he's good. I like Lawrence.
He's kind of funny looking though, isn't he?
He looks like he shouldn't know what he's talking about, but he actually does.
Yeah. That's a passive-aggressive kind of compliment there going on.
He looks like he should be on a computer keyboard in his nan's basement.
Yeah, customer services. Oh God. That's a terrible thing to say. He looks like he should be working in customer services. That's terrible.
I work in customer service. Well, kind of.
No, that's not a bad job. To all you people, there's a nice photo there. Is that a marina? There's a big swim. Is that a swimming pool? I can't work it out.
Show me the picture. I'll tell you if it's a fake one or not.
Miami's Hard Rock Stadium was chosen as F1's newest venue. Do you want me to share? I'm going to share the screen. I'm sorry, podcast listeners. Again, we're failing you. I'm going to share that with our man. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is that
Can I share my screen?
You can share your screen. I have to give permission. Have you seen that picture? You've seen that picture, sir?
Yeah.
You don't want to see anymore? It doesn't say anything about lap time. I'll stop sharing now. Do I have to go somewhere else to give you permission? Multiple participants can share simultaneously. Go for it. Are you sharing? Sharing's caring, apparently. Everybody says that sharing's caring. Doesn't apply to toothbrushes. There you go.
Hang on.
Oh, and now we're going to get a copyright strike. Brilliant. Oh, is this an esports?
No,
yeah, because I don't know. I don't recognize any of those names.
I want to go back. Oh, where's it gone? Here we go. This one. This is the. Are we allowed to show this or not?
Well, we'll soon find out. Probably not. It's an advert, isn't it? Oh, for crying out loud.
This is the track.
It's okay. It's getting choppy, but yeah. Okay. Do you know what? It's only this time next week. We'll wonder what we were doing this for. It's not showing like a video as such. It's just showing sort of. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that I mean, as exciting as this is for podcast listeners to hear complete silence, we're actually looking at the sort of it's like a CGI rendition of the track, isn't it? And truly, it's just not. It's just flashing loads of just images at me at the moment. So, into a new era, ka-ching! I think we'll put that sound effect on. Oh, this is we just advertised a computer game. Brilliant.
Yeah, but that's as close as you can get for the track layout.
I don't understand why no one's walked around it already, or there's been nothing's gone yet.
There was some news earlier about a possible industrial accident. May have been an explosion. They don't want to use those words exactly.
Yeah.
But
it's just not finished.
Yeah, not quite yet.
What have you? Oh, that's fine. Oh, are you sending me more bits here? Okay, so should we do our predictions? Because as you know, I've been crushing it recently.
I wonder what they're going to do for the race directors, because both of them tested positive from COVID.
Oh Christ, is that still a thing? Jesus, when is that ever going to end? It seems like it's ended in normal life, but not in TV world. I don't understand it. I still don't understand.
It hasn't ended normal life, mate. I know loads of people have got it.
Yeah, but it's not any different to like a cold now, is it? Is it?
Depends if you've had the thing or not, the vaccination.
Oh, we're getting all political here. Is that what we're doing?
No, not at all. Have you ever been to Florida?
I've never been to Florida.
So one of the big things nobody talks about within the selling holidays to Florida is the afternoon rain showers.
Afternoon rain showers?
Yeah, you can put your money on it. Right, and that's why
this has been the most unprofessional
thing. A lot of the space launches are delayed because of the thunderstorms that come in, and just because of the heat and the humidity in the area. They have these huge thunder clouds that come thundering through and just dump a load of rain, and then off they go again.
Right.
So I'm wondering, it's the start time is 3 o'clock local, which is 8 o'clock our time.
All right.
And I'm thinking that's right in the middle of the rainy time.
Rainy time. That's technical. I don't seriously. You sounded so good.
They say that I'm pretty sure they say that on the Met Office. This right here, this incoming weather feature will cause rainy time.
Did they talk like that? Did they? That's how they talk.
Yeah. Probably of it.
Right. I'm going to clear the predictions board off here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to see if we can actually get this on a visual that's big enough so that people can actually see it. I don't know how.
The local weather forecasters are predicting a 41% chance of rain at the start of the race.
41%. That's likely.
Oh no, 41% chance of rain on Sunday, with chances of showers increasing from the rain start time of 15:30 local time.
It's going to rain. That will make it exciting. That will make it. Has it flooded it? What time is it? It's only 2 hours. What time does it get dull there? What? Oh Christ.
Yeah. Okay. Local natural phenomenon include thunderstorms that can tend to build up in frequency towards the summer months. Big electrical storms can lead to flash flooding. So the constructor has been working with the best in the business to cope with that threat.
Flash flooding? Are you?
Yes.
This sounds like one of those disaster things that we're never quite ready, that kind of thing, where the track's not ready, that nothing's ready until 10 minutes before the light's out. Yeah, I don't know whether it's going to be a success. And like I said, we had this with, I think it's Detroit, when they did a Detroit Grand Prix, and it was so hot. This was back in the 80s, back in the good old days.
Just the one with the tires, none of the tires were ready and only let 5 people finish.
The track just started to break up. The track.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. And there's like pictures of the track breaking up. And yeah, it was all a bit of a disaster. We have 10 minutes, sir, to get these predictions on the way. So everybody, we're on predictions already, aren't we? Were we on predictions? Yep. Here we are.
No, we've not done the trailer yet.
Okay. I don't know. I accidentally pushed that. That one, I don't. To all the listeners, I don't find him that funny. Okay, let's look. And we may have mentioned predictions, but you said we've got to look at the track first. That was right. So everybody, here is predictions. There we go. There's the overlong predictions animation.
Yeah, it could be doing with speeding up a little bit.
Okay. We've got 8 minutes and 52 seconds to predict the outcome of a completely unknown race.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go first. Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you can go first if you want.
No, I always go first, which is why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is the reason you keep beating me.
Okay. Oh, is this your new little? Okay. Can you see the screen, sir?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put Verstappen on pole. No, I'm going to put Leclerc on pole. What am I talking about? Leclerc's going to get by pole, and I think Leclerc has. I'm going to put Verstappen to win. I'm going to give Russell podium in third.
Are you repeating last week's results?
How dare you? How dare you?
How very dare you, sir? How very dare you?
I don't know. Perez, I think it's going to be a 1-2 there. And I think Sainz is going to be fifth. I think he's going to have a good race. I'm going to give Hammy. I think
a good race for Sainz would be more than 4 laps.
Yeah. I'm still going to put our man here.
I think it's the team I think it's Gunter you want to get close to.
Oh, do you know what? That man does intrigue me. Not in a sexual way. Not in a sexual way. Well, he's got. But let's put Gasly. I'm not putting Gasly in it this week. So I've got Perez, Russell. Do I put a Bottas somewhere? Bottas there.
Yeah, I'm
still pinning my hopes on Vettel. Where is Vettel in this list? Russell. There he is.
Have you made him one before?
Yeah, I've got. There's only one of him on the list. There should be 2, shouldn't there? I'm gonna put Vettel there. I feel like rolling a gamble. Oh, McLaren boys. Where's our man Norris? Norris is consistent. There.
And Danny reckon that space.
You think? Hey, who's doing predictions? I'm gonna swap the champs over. I'm gonna put Vettel ahead of Alonso. And I'm going to put fastest lap.
How can you even?
What? How can I even what?
How can we guess how long the lap time's going to be?
The fastest lap is going to be Verstappen. We could, while Verstappen dock it, I'm going to go. I spelled Verstappen wrong. Oh, well, if it's even a word. 1:22.99. There is my fastest lap. Where are you going, son? Son? Where'd that come from? Where are you going, sir? It was sir. It started out as sir.
Sorry, let's just keep it there, please.
There's nothing worse than someone. There's nothing worse than someone younger than you calling you son. I cannot bear that. When they're visibly like in their teens. All right, son. It's like, oh. Anyway, go.
I'm going to go for Leclerc winning.
Okay.
I think he's going to be, and I think he's going to be on pole as well. I think he's going to drive a super concentrated race. He's going to sort his shit out. He's going to just be, because that was a silly mistake that he made last week.
I don't know whether this is a pattern.
He's going to want to make amends.
I don't know whether this is going to be a pattern.
And then I think
go on, 5 minutes.
Then it's going to be Verstappen, Perez.
Okay. Perez is
Norris.
Have I got another Perez? Have I got another Perez? There he is.
Yeah.
That goes to show how confident we are in some of the races here. Go on, Norris. Have I got another Norris?
Yeah.
Yeah, Norris is consistent fourth.
Norris, Russell, Sainz.
Russell. Sainz. You think Sainz is going to finish? If he doesn't finish,
yeah.
I'm gonna. There's going to be an animation coming.
Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas.
Have I got more than one Hamilton here?
Yep, he's there.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
I haven't got another
George
Vettel.
Russell for some reason. Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel.
Hamilton. Oh, you switched those round just then. Where's Bottas? Have I got another there? Bottas.
Up, yeah.
Vettel. And who's your?
Who's going to be 10th?
Do you want how much?
Alonso.
Oh, are you not going to go for K-Mag?
Nah.
Where is Alonso? Have we got another Alonso? I haven't. We haven't been that confident with our Alonsos, have we? Let's get another Alonso.
Let's put Pierre in there, Pierre Gasly.
Wow, you're literally going to change it because I don't have to. You're really confident with Vettel here. And what's your lap? Who's got the fastest lap?
Perez.
I don't know why that keeps doing that. God damn. Perez. That's a No capital letter for any of these names. And your time, sir. It can't be over 2 minutes. 1 minute. Any time today. 3 minutes left.
1 minute 29.
Ladies and gentlemen who are listening on the podcast.
1 minute 29. Get on with it.
29 seconds. How many milliseconds?
457.
457. Randomly picked. Ladies and gentlemen on the podcast, Zoom has changed all of their we come 40 minutes at a time. Terms and conditions. Corporate pig dogs. Okay, so there's our predictions. I think I'm comfortably winning. We've got to get the scores up on Instagram and Facebook so far, but I know I crushed you on the last race, and I know I've been crushing you ever since. So I'm looking forward to totaling these scores up next week. Give us a graphic, and we'll post that as a bit of a warm up publicity before the race on Sunday. Yeah. I'll send you a graphic. Yeah, and And then
in fact, we can do it for the launch of the podcast.
The launch of the podcast. That sounds like I've been ordered to do that. Okay, people, that looks like the end of the podcast. To us, what do you reckon?
Yeah, well, it's good.
Go on, have a go. Go on.
Hey Google, play the Effing One Show podcast.
Okay. Here's the latest episode of the F***ing1 Show's podcast. The F***ing1 Show number 12.
What's going on? Who are these voices? Are they in my head?
Just so you know, you can set your preferred podcast provider in assistant settings. I sent a link to...
Who's talking at me? Turn that off. We don't want those scumbags. Who are they? That wasn't our show. Okay. Everybody, that's the end of the Effing One Show podcast. Please try and find us somewhere, but you won't be able to find us on Amazon or even Google. Wave goodbye, Mr. Manny Pitts. Wave goodbye, sir.